So this is like basically built on the Build in Progress, which is by MIT PhD student. Later on, Uday Davich kind of adapted it to SDG in Progress. The presentation would have like some snapshots of SDG in Progress. The current version, which we recently migrated to, it's called In Progress. And as I say, why we need this? It's an open repository for the SDG projects. Why we need to document it is like sometimes we really think it's a straight line when you start to finish, but not so. There are like a lot of thought process. We go back and forth, we change, we branch out, a lot of things happen, but it's quite essential that we kind of, it's always, we don't remember to document these processes or what were the changes that happen. So it's quite essential to identify like where we went wrong or why we deviated or where we spent more time on, how this evolved. So in order to understand the process, it's quite essential to document every step of it. And and the most important is like you create, you share, you contribute and collaborate. And especially when you are working on teams and especially when you receive more feedbacks, it's more like an open approach and open repository. So again, it's to inspire creativity, to kind of like to know where things are given importance. What are the key factors you are introducing in that project, or where did you get some inputs from mentors or something like that? So this platform, we aim that you can have like a collaborative performance, and you can kind of like get feedbacks from mentors. You can ask questions. You can post feedbacks to another project or another team, etc. So that's SDG in Progress. And generally, I'm just sharing you a few snapshots of the previous platform, SDG in Progress. So basically, this is just this, like what happened in week 1. It could be just images. It could be your design files. It could be your just text. It could be whatever you presented, your presentation slides. So this particular example shows like a sequential order of what happened in week 1, week 2, week 3, in a particular way. And another example I'm going to show is like where they map their journey. So it's completely up to you, the team, to how you want to document it. And it's more essential that you kind of spend some time documenting your steps. So this is the previous SDG in Progress. And if I have to show you the current, can you also share the link for the in progress, please? Oh, great. Again, let me remind you, it's essential that you guys log in using the one email ID. So let me again share the screen. Yeah. So basically, it's quite intuitive. This is just adding, it's like a flow chart. It's like just adding certain boxes. You can, when you create a project, it will start with a, you can write like, let's say test, and you can describe the projects, create that. It will automatically create a studio. One step I would request you to do is like the moment you kind of create a login, please alert me, because Studio is kind of like, when all the projects under one branch come together. Like for example, Open17 would be a studio, and the several projects that come under Open17 will be your individual projects. So I would like to actually alert me so that I can invite you to that particular studio. So for example, the moment you create a studio, you can create a project. What screen do you see? So there are like three things. One is like a label, and another thing is like a branch. So every time you, the first one is like an information wherein you can start adding information about your team name, then load a standard picture or any picture that would represent your team, kind of describe what your project is all about, add your team members, add your mentors, etc., and then update it. And then it's just, you just go by the flow. You just click on it. It will show you different options, whether do you want to branch out, whether do you want to label it. So just for explanation's sake, I have like 4 labels. Like this is like a label wherein all you see is just the name. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and this is like a box wherein you add a step. So it's a step, and this is like a label. So with this, you can just kind of like categorize, and this you can add whatever information you want. You can set a milestone. You can add your the CAD files or any kind of sketches you want to add. You can add images, and you can ask for advice. In order to ask for advice or an add-in mentor, you should know their names. You should, the moment you all get into the work studio, automatically you will know the names of the mentors. And by Friday, you would have the list of your mentors and coaches. So, and this also kind of, as I said, like you can decide the way you want to document your project. It's going to be like a week wise, or is it going to be like a topic wise? How do you, or is it like mapping the journey or something like that? So it's pretty intuitive, but if in case you have any issue, kindly let me know. And yes, as I said, use a single login. And the homepage kind of gives you the existing projects that's available. And you can also categorize. It's still a work in progress. They have just migrated. That could be some glitches. That could be some bugs, but do troubleshoot. We can always raise it and try to fix the problem. And the category here is like based on the current SDGs, the available SDGs, and also you can create your own category. So that's it, I think. And again, we are available via Slack and to answer your queries. And if in case someone has issues in joining the Slack or getting through us, email is going to be our primary mode of communication. The same information will always be replicated in Slack, but more informal kind of conversations would happen in Slack. We can also have an optional or in-between phase for like a 1 week. We can also have a exclusive Goodwall group, because I know most of you are already in Goodwall. I will let the participants decide whichever is comfortable, but Slack is going to be mandatory.